welcome to today's video and welcome to my channel if you're new. Today is going to be a prep update. Today is actually a refeed day for me. I'm not doing a full day of eating, but I am going to show you guys what my refeed breakfast looks like. And I want to talk a little bit about when calories get increased, the purpose of refeed, why we're doing it, as well as sit down with you and explain kind of where my head's been the last week. To be completely honest, I have not been feeling 100%. And I want to just be fully transparent, share with you guys kind of where my head has been, what my body's been, doing over the last week, about the changes that we've been making over the last few days, and what the plan is for the next 2 weeks as we dig into the show. So yeah, I haven't really sat down and given you like a full scoop, done a like talking fitness chat, I guess, video or whatever in a long time. So yeah, I want to show you what my refeed breakfast is looking like, and then we're going to sit down, talk a little bit about where I've been mentally, physically. Later this week, we're gonna do a full physique update. Hopefully after the refeed, I'm looking and feeling a little bit better. You guys will see a workout in a couple of days as well. If you are looking for some little workouts or ideas, check out my Instagram. It's just at @tbakertucker. I post a workout there at least once a week, usually 2 to 3 times a week. So go follow me there, be my friend. Comment on the video or tag me if you do try out anything that I do on my page. But otherwise, I am hungry. It is a refeed day, so let's go ahead and make our refeed breakfast, and then we're gonna sit down and have a one-on-one little chat about what's been going on with me and what our plans are to finish off this prep and bring my absolute best. You guys already know we have extra carbs. We're going in with the organic oats. So I like to keep things consistent. Just because I have extra calories today does not mean I'm going to be eating anything different that my body's going to respond weird to. I used to do this, and honestly, it just always messed up my digestion. So we're going to go in with oatmeal for breakfast. I have lots of extra carbs today. I'm so excited, but I want to do what's best for my body and make good choices. Alright, so there is the oats. So you guys can see the consistency that I like is like this. So we did 45 grams of oats and 75 grams of egg whites. I'm gonna add a little bit of this whey protein for flavoring. It's actually so good in oatmeal, so try it out if you haven't already. I personally like to add it in afterwards so it doesn't get chalky or weird in the microwave. Some people like to microwave it. I just like to kind of add it in after for flavor. So I'll probably add about 10 or 15 grams of this. I'm mostly going to be topping it off with some peanut butter. Not a whole lot because fats aren't extremely high or anything like that. We just have extra carbs today. So a bit of peanut butter on top doesn't hurt anyone. But that is going to be my breakfast. I'll show you what it looks like once it's all finished. The final product. I'm so excited, you guys. You don't even understand. All right, YouTube. So I think it's time we sit down and have a little bit of a chat. I have some food into me. I had some coffee. I'm feeling a lot better, like so much better. I probably had like double the carbs already today that I've had pretty much any day this week. So first, I want to talk a little bit about what changes we've made over the last few weeks, and I guess why I feel like I've been in my feels or just feeling a little bit depleted and down and not 100% like myself. And I just want to get into a little bit about the highs and the lows of prep. You guys did see what I was looking like at the beginning of this video. That was actually taken 3 or 4 days ago. So I went to film myself this morning for this video, and I felt completely flat, depleted. I didn't like the way that I looked. Felt like I was leaner, but I just didn't feel like I had the energy to even pose for a long period of time. I sent my check-in to my coach, Morgan, and after that, I was like, you know what? I'm not feeling this today. I'm not gonna film a physique update today. I don't have the energy and I don't feel good, and I just wanted to come on and talk about that because obviously, being an influencer or posting a lot here on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram, I'm constantly showing you guys what I'm looking like. I'm constantly showing you a lot of the highs, but I'm not always sharing with you guys the lows too. And there are days that I don't feel good and I don't think that I look great, and a lot of that has to do with how hard I'm pushing myself right now. I'm really giving this prep my everything. I don't have any expectations for this show besides expectations for myself to bring my very best. And what I mean by that is doing absolutely everything that I can in my power to follow my plan to a T, to push myself hard when I train, to eat foods that make me feel good, just push my body to the limits that it needs to be pushed in order to bring the best possible package that we can bring to nationals, so judges can look at me and say, hey, this is what you need to focus on to come back and be competitive, or to come back and be better, or whatever it might be. So for me, the goal isn't to go and get my pro card. I have so much respect for IFBB pros and the pro league, and I would never expect to bring this particular physique that I have now, although I am very, very proud of myself and I love the way that I look and the progress I've made. I would never expect to walk on that stage and to get my pro card. This is something that I wanted to kind of just talk about too. A lot of people think it's an extremely easy and quick process. I'm very well aware that it's going to take me time to do that. I am going to try my very best to do that and be competitive at the national level and do everything that I can do to bring my best every single time I step on stage. But I also am very well aware of all the hard work that bikini pros and pro athletes in general put into their preps. It isn't a sprint. So for me, just bringing my absolute best to this stage, knowing that I gave everything I could in my training and my cardio and, you know, my day-to-day, will feel like a win to me no matter what happens. And I just wanted to kind of share that now that I'm going to be talking a little bit about the lows of prep. So you guys have been subscribed for some time now. You know that I have done 2 shows already this year. I did 2 back-to-back weekends this summer. Those shows were actually supposed to take place earlier this spring and got pushed a couple of times due to travel restrictions and everything like that. So for me, yes, it gave me more time to prepare for the shows, but for my body and my mind, it was just more of a dragged out process. So I lost focus a little bit here and there. Obviously, I still followed everything that I needed to do, but it was hard to be motivated in training when your prep gets pushed months and months and months and you don't know when you're gonna step on stage next. And also your body and your metabolism starts to not respond as well when you're in a deficit for that long. So I've been basically dieting or somewhat being restrictive and mindful for a year now. And that's not something that I would ever recommend to anyone. It's not a healthy approach, especially for competitors. Even though we do go to extremes, a body is a body and it can only respond well for so long. So once I finished my shows this summer, I took about a month or so off dieting. I brought calories up a little bit, just let my body kind of reset. It was the only way that we could have myself feeling better in order to perform at my best and push through the next few months. Once I did that and we started dieting down again for nationals around 8 or 9 weeks out, my body just wasn't responding. So what did we do? We had to start cutting back calories more, increasing cardio. There's no real other option. And basically for the first 4 or 5 weeks, I was seeing progress, but it was slow. We decided that we were gonna dig a little bit deeper. I saw some more progress in the last few weeks, and with that came super low calories, super low carb days, a lot of pushing myself in the gym, a lot of being restrictive on what I'm doing socially, a lot of mood swings, a lot of restless nights, struggles, I guess, but obviously, of course, a lot of highs too, and, you know, empowerment and all of that. But yeah, the last few weeks, my calories have been the lowest they've ever been. It's working, but mentally, it's just been difficult. I've been feeling a little bit more irritable over the last few days. In between meals, I find myself kind of just thinking about what I'm gonna eat next. I also just find I'm not as happy or outgoing, or my energy is just lower than what it normally would be. And for someone who's been competing for 4 years, obviously I know this is normal, so it's great because every time I do compete and prep, it does get easier because you recognize the signs of your body's feeling fatigued, hungry, and depleted. So I know why I'm feeling this way, and every single time I do this, I try my very best not to take it out on those around me and to just reflect and think about it and take a step back, and that's what I've been kind of doing. But it's been difficult. I've been fighting myself, and when I have those feelings, I've been really just you know, having conversations with myself about how I want to handle that and how I want to treat people around me and how I want to present myself. So although it's been a couple weeks of me not feeling my greatest, I am making progress mentally and I'm making progress physically. I just wanted to share that with you guys because it's not always bright, glamorous, and amazing competing. There are more hard days probably than not. And a lot of times people forget to talk about that stuff. So I just wanted to kind of tell you where I guess my head has been at. And I personally have been struggling the last little while, but my coach is really great. We've pushed really, really hard the last few days. And by really hard, I mean like lots of cardio, hard training sessions. And now because of that, we have a refeed today and my body friggin' needs it. So the reason why we incorporated a refeed day was basically because I have been eating such low carbs and low calorie for the last 2 weeks or so that my training, I'm starting to lose a little bit of strength. My muscles are starting to look flat and depleted. I am kind of feeling lifeless and looking lifeless, and I need a little boost. My metabolism needs a little bit of a boost. My digestion needs the food right now. And in order for me to really push myself over the next 2 weeks right into the show, I needed this little bit of a boost in calories just for my mental and physical overall well-being. So refeeds are something that I used to incorporate all the time. Obviously, when you need to cut calories, you need to cut calories, and it is what it is, and you have to do what you gotta do. But I personally love refeeds. I think they're really great for you mentally, and I think they're really great for you physically, and I'm hoping that this refeed today, these extra carbs, will do me well, and I really think that they will. I already do feel so much better today. So I just wanted to share with you kind of why we do the refeeds, just to kind of help the metabolism, help digestion, and help get things moving and just restore energy levels. You are responsible for your own actions, and you're doing this for you. So you have to be responsible for reminding yourself why you're doing it, and you must take accountability when it comes to making yourself feel better as well. So your body is gonna tell you that you need to stop. Your mind is gonna tell you that you should stop. Your body's gonna fight you. You're gonna feel tired and exhausted, but you know the difference. This is how your body responds when you push it to extremes. And I'm definitely pushing myself to extremes right now, but reflecting and taking the time that I need to rest and recover and being transparent with my coach is something that always helps me feel better and usually results in me seeing more results. It helps lower my cortisol levels, my stress levels, and then we see more progress. So if you do work with a coach, just make sure it's someone that you feel you can be totally transparent with. I personally want nothing more than to step on a national stage and be proud of what I brought, whether it's the best package on the stage or my best package ever. I know that I'm gonna walk away from that show being able to say that I put absolutely everything that I could into this prep, and I know that when I talk to those judges, they're gonna give me feedback, and I know I'm gonna take that feedback and work even harder next year. So that's why I'm doing this. I'm doing this for me to be a better version of myself, and I just kind of wanted to talk to you guys about that. So hopefully that helps anyone who is kind of in the same boat as me right now or has been. Just know that your feelings are valid. It's how your body responds to things like this, and know that you will make it through. But anyways, enough of that. I just kind of wanted to also tell you guys what the plan is now. So the last 2 weeks, we've basically dropped carbs on all days, even my leg day. My leg day still is my highest carb day, but it is extremely low. We also dropped fats over the last few days, and protein has stayed the same. Extra water, extra cardio, and we're doing most of our cardio or half of our cardio on upper body days and rest days on the Stairmaster and half on the treadmill. And on leg day, I just do a portion of it on the Stairmaster, whatever I feel like I can do, and then we move to the treadmill for the rest of it. We are only training 4 days a week now. So we made this change last week because I was finding I wasn't really recovering quick enough. Today is a refeed day, so I have 200 carb, 40 fat, 145 protein. This is a lot of carbs for me. So the plan for me is to space these carbs out throughout the day. Every couple of hours have a meal with really high carb, moderate fat, moderate protein, and to probably try to have my meals all eaten by like 8 p.m. or 9 p.m., a couple of hours before bed, and 4 to 5 liters of water again today. We also lowered cardio today to just 45 minutes, and it is a rest day for me. So I'm really hoping that my training session tomorrow goes super well. I can use these carbs and get my body moving and get things moving and just feel energized again and ready to push myself for the next 2 weeks. So that is pretty much it. I'd say tomorrow we'll be back down to low calories depending on how I respond when I weigh myself in the morning and what I'm looking like. And in a few days, I'm gonna upload a training video, a full physique update, kind of let you guys know what we decided to go with after this change. And that's pretty much it. But I just wanted to say thanks so much to everyone also who's been so supportive over this last year. This has been one of the best years of my life. You guys have made so many of my dreams and things I wanted to do reality just by supporting me through this process and subscribing to the channel, liking my videos, following me on Instagram, sending me nice messages, signing up for coaching, everything like that. It just means so much to me, and it really just helps hold me accountable in so many more ways than you even know. So if you are watching this, thank you so much for following along. I can't wait to share with you guys what I have planned for after this show and in the next year, and to just grow with you guys. So really just wanted to sit down and chat with you and let you know kind of where my head's been. I am feeling so much better already today. Even sitting down now talking to you, I feel so much better. And I've just been trying to journal, get my work done, focus on my stuff. And my website for online coaching should be built within the next few days. It is almost finished, and I'm so excited to share with you guys the details on that. It is called Find Your Fit Coaching, and I will probably do a video or talk about why I named it that and what it's gonna offer very soon in another video. Stay tuned for that. If you are interested in working with me, the link will be down below, and I can provide you with more information over email or Instagram DM or whatever works best for you. But like I said, just wanted to sit down today, give you guys a bit of an update, and in a few days we'll have another prep update coming right at you. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Comment down below if you have any questions, send me an Instagram DM or message, check me out on all my other platforms, and I will see you guys in a couple of days for another update.